Northwoods Forge. We're back with another twist. This is a very simple twist. It's called a wheat pattern or a chevron pattern, and pretty simple twist. Beginners should be able to do it as long as you can forge weld. Not a problem. Once again, we got to pay attention to our twists because we're going to do 2 twists clockwise. There's going to be 4 pieces. We're going to do 2 twists clockwise, 2 twists counterclockwise, and put them together so that they're opposing each other. We start out with 4 pieces, a 1/4 inch round stock. We're going to bend it in half and make these little guys, twist them. Important, very important, count your number of twists and try to keep them as even as possible. These 2 are the same, so I'm going to make 2 opposite of this. These, I believe I went clockwise, so on the next 2 I'll go counterclockwise. Alright, let's get started. Alright, here's your twisted pieces. Opposites. You're going to put opposites in 4 corners. Let's see, those run the same way. So this is going to go into this corner. And there. And what you eventually have is the weave pattern once it's all welded, hammered down. So we're going to forge weld our 2 ends together and go from there. Alright, what I'm getting set up here to do is my forge weld. This is what we got going on here. I like to do all the loose ends first. I mean, it doesn't really matter what you do, but I just like tidying up all these loose ends first. And when they're red like this, I will try to push them all together. So when I go to do my weld, they're not flying all over the place. Light taps just to get it to stick together, and not too long. Lose your heat pretty quick. I'll do probably 3, maybe 4 of these heats, welds. you'll feel it when your weld sets, because the hammer blows get real hard. You can feel it. The hammer will bounce off them, and you'll know. What I'm looking for in the fire for my weld is that flux to be blown. This is hollow. Alright. And then I like to tighten it up down here just by tapping the twists, because when you're welding it, it pushes everything apart. And just light taps, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're going to be flattening this anyway. But, alright, let's get on to our second weld. Give it a little brushing first, try to get that flux off. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments section. Or if you have a request of something you'd like to see that you're not quite sure on how to do, put that in there and maybe we'll make a video of it so other people can see what's going on. Because a lot of people have questions that just can't be answered through talk. I've been very fortunate to have a good group of guys around me to show me the way. It's kind of why I'm doing these videos, because I know a lot of you guys that want to do it don't necessarily have anybody to show you. And if you're like me, you're a very visual person, not real good on instructions. You could tell me how to do something till you're blue in the face, and I won't be able to do it. But you show me once, and I can do it. Alright, we're getting ready for our next forge weld here. And light taps. Get it back in the fire. So that was our first weld. Said light taps. Don't need many. You're just trying to stick it together. These next blows will be a little bit harder. And like I said, you'll feel it set. Probably do just one more. We got a little bit of a twist in here, so I'm going to bring a little bit of ice. And get this little twist out. It's not much, but it's enough to annoy me. There we go. Squaring that pattern up, and you can see the pattern right now, but we're going to flatten that out. And then my last weld, well, not my last weld, but this will be the last weld for the end. We're going to try, well, we're not going to try, we are going to weld that whole thing together, but just slightly. We're only going to do like one weld heat to make it so it sticks together. A real light weld. So when we hammer that pattern out and it wants to spread, it doesn't. It sticks. It's welded. Almost there. Now, we're going to try to weld this, which is a little bit more difficult, but not that bad. I mean, it's not a major weld. We're just trying to stick it together a little bit. And if you notice, not using any flux to do that. So what will happen is the flux will fill your pattern up, and it won't show up as nicely. And yes, you can weld without flux. I'm gonna prove it. I'm rotating my piece a lot in the fire to get an even heat. And I believe that's set. Constantly rotating my piece. I don't want it to burn. Kind of like cooking a chicken on a rotisserie. You don't want it all burned up. So you're constantly turning, flipping. Way more consistent throughout the piece, your heat. Real close to being done with this piece. I don't know about this being a good beginner project because of the forge welds, but anybody that has a little bit of experience with forge welding should be able to accomplish this one. My 13-year-old son does this one, so matter of fact, this is his favorite pattern for a handle. So now what I'm going to do is just heat this up and draw it out a little bit, flatten it, square it up. And then you can leave it as fat as you want, or draw it down as tight as you want. Just prefers on what pattern you're wanting to achieve. My corners. Squaring up, straightening up. Gotta draw this side out just a little bit more and we'll be done. Now you can see right here, I don't know how well it shows it on the camera. Right here, my twist wasn't as tight as right here, and I'll probably end up scrapping this piece, but just for demonstration purposes, you can see where this is real consistent, nice looking. Even this side, but this one piece was not twisted as tight down here. Things to look out for. Try to keep your anvil as clean as possible. This piece, test piece that I did, you can see pitting in it. Well, that's from having crap on my anvil. And try to keep it anvil clean, piece clean, brush it, all that good stuff. If you'd like to see some of my other work, visit my Facebook page at Northwoods Forge. Or like my page. That would be great. Chewing it up. And like I said, you can go as far as you want with this, as far as drawing it down, squaring it up, even making it round. Round looks kind of cool. There you go. That's a wheat or chevron pattern handle, or whatever you want to use it for. Thanks for watching.